2018 when I first visited the Vatican museums in Rome. 2019 when I visited again, and this time I was with my pilgrims from Our Lady of Lourdes Church Calusa and Sacred Heart Church Susanville. The Vatican Museum is also known in Italian as Musei Vaticani, in Latin known as Musa Vaticana. The Vatican Museum is a vast collection of artifacts throughout the centuries. They are classified into different groups. The museum display works from the immense collection of the Catholic Church and the papacy throughout the centuries, including several of the most renowned Roman sculptures and most important masterpieces of Renaissance art in the world. The museums contain roughly 70,000 works, of which 20,000 are on display. When I saw these works of arts, I have no words to say but wow. I just can't believe I have this opportunity to see these magnificent works of world-known artists of the Renaissance world. It is unbelievable to see in person these masterpieces. My mind is just blown by the beauty of their works. Pope Julius II was the one who founded the museums in the early 16th century. The Sistine Chapel, with its ceiling and altar wall decorated by Michelangelo, and the Stands di Raffaello, decorated by Raphael, are on the visitor route through the Vatican museums. The Vatican museums trace their origin to one marble sculpture, purchased in the 16th century. Lacan and his sons was discovered on January 1506, in a vineyard near the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore in Rome. Pope Julius II sent Giuliano da Sangallo and Michelangelo, who were working at the Vatican, to examine the discovery. On their recommendation, the Pope immediately purchased the sculpture from the vineyard owner. The Pope put the sculpture, which represents the Trojan priest Lacan and his two sons, Antiphonus and Thymbraeus, being attacked by giant serpents, on public display at the Vatican exactly 1 month after its discovery. The museum celebrated their 500th anniversary in October 2006 by permanently opening the excavations of a Vatican Hill necropolis to the public. Inside the museum you will find a collection of modern religious art. The collection of modern religious art was added in 1973 and houses paintings and sculptures from such artists as Carlo Carrà, Giorgio de Chirico, Vincent van Gogh, Paul Gauguin, Marc Chagall, Paul Klee, Salvador Dali, and Pablo Picasso. You will also in the museum the vast collection of sculptures. The group of museums includes several sculpture museums surrounding the Cortile del Belvedere. These are the Museo Gregoriano Profano, with classical sculptures. Museo Pio Clementino. The museum takes its name from two popes, Clement XIV, who established the museum, and Pius VI, who brought it to completion. Clement XIV came up with the idea of creating a new museum in Innocent VIII's Belvedere Palace and started the refurbishment work. Clement XIV founded the Museo Pio Clementino in 1771. It originally contained artworks of antiquity and the Renaissance. The museum and collection were enlarged by Clement's successor Pius VI. Today, the museum houses works of Greek and Roman sculpture. Some notable galleries are as follows. Octagonal Court, aka Belvedere Courtyard and Cortile del Statue. This was where some of the first ancient classical statues in the papal collections were first displayed. Some of the most famous pieces, the Apollo of the Belvedere and Lacan and his sons, have been here since the early 1500s. Sala Rotunda, shaped like a miniature pantheon, the room has impressive ancient mosaics on the floors, and ancient statues lining the perimeter. including a gilded bronze statue of Hercules and the Braschi Antinous. Greek Cross Gallery, Sala Croce Greca with the porphyry sarcophagi of Constance and Saint Helena, daughter and mother of Constantine the Great. Gallery of the Statues, Galleria del Statue as its name implies, holds various important statues, including sleeping Ariadne and the bust of Menander. It also contains the Barberini candelabra. Gallery of the Busts, Galleria dei Busti, many ancient busts are displayed. Cabinet of the Masks, Gabinetto del Maschera. The name comes from the mosaic on the floor of the gallery, found in Villa Adriana, which shows ancient theater masks. Statues are displayed along the walls, including the Three Graces. Sala del Muse, houses the statue group of Apollo and the Nine Muses, uncovered in a Roman villa near Tivoli in 1774, as well as statues by important ancient Greek or Roman sculptors. The centerpiece is the Belvedere torso, revered by Michelangelo and other Renaissance men. Sala degli Animali, so named because of the many ancient statues of animals. Museo Chiaramonti. This museum was founded in the early 19th century by Pius VII, whose surname before his election as Pope was Chiaramonti. The museum consists of a large arched gallery in which are exhibited several statues, sarcophagi, and friezes. The new wing, or Braccio Nuovo, built by Raffaele Stern, houses statues including the Augustus of Prima Porta, the Dorophoros, and the River Nile. It is in the neoclassical style and has a wide arched roof with skylights. The color scheme is blue-gray and white with a polychrome marble floor. The walls of each side of the gallery have a row of large niches in which stand marble statues. Between the niches are plinths supporting smaller portrait sculptures. The Galleria Lapidaria forms part of the Museo Chiaramonti, and contains over 3,000 stone tablets and inscriptions. It is accessible only with special permission, usually for the purpose of academic study. Museo Gregoriano Etrusco. Founded by Gregory XVI in 1837, this museum has 9 galleries and houses important Etruscan pieces, coming from archaeological excavations. The pieces include vases, sarcophagus, bronzes and the Guglielmi collection. Museo Gregoriano Egiziano. Statue of the Nile recumbent, 1st to 2nd century AD, in the Museo Gregoriano Egiziano. This museum houses a large collection of artifacts from ancient Egypt. Such material includes papyruses, the Grassi collection, animal mummies, and reproductions of the Book of the Dead. The Museo Gregoriano Egiziano was inaugurated on February 2, 1839 to commemorate the anniversary of Gregory XVI's accession to the papacy. The creation of the museum was particularly close to the Pope's heart as he believed that the understanding of ancient Egyptian civilization was vital in terms of its scientific importance as well as its value in understanding the Old Testament. This feeling was expressed in a paper by the museum's first curator, the physiologist, and Barnabite, Father Luigi Maria Ungarelli. Vatican Historical Museum. The Vatican Historical Museum, Italian, Museo Storico Vaticano, was founded in 1973 at the behest of Paul VI, and was initially hosted in environments under the Square Garden. In 1987, it moved to the main floor of the Lateran Palace, where it opened in March 1991. The Vatican Historical Museum has a unique collection of portraits of the popes from the 16th century to date, The memorable items of the papal military corps of the 16th to 17th centuries, and old religious paraphernalia related to rituals of the papacy. Also on display on the lower floor are the papamobili, Pope mobiles, carriages, and motor cars of popes and cardinals, including the first cars used by popes. The red marble papal throne, formerly in the Basilica of St. John Lateran. Roman sculpture, tombstones, and inscriptions, including the early Christian sarcophagus of Junius Bassus and dogmatic sarcophagus, and the epitaph of Lucius Cornelius Scipio Barbatus. The Raphael rooms with many works by Raphael and his workshop, including the masterpiece The School of Athens, 1509 to 1511. The Niccoline Chapel. The Sistine Chapel, including the Sistine Chapel ceiling, gallery. The Gallery of Maps, topographical maps of the whole of Italy, painted on the walls by Friar Ignazio Danti of Perugia, commissioned by Gregory XIII, 1572 to 1585. It remains the world's largest pictorial geographical study. The frescoes and other works in the Borgia apartment built for the Borgia Pope Alexander VI. The Bramante staircase is a double spiral staircase designed by Giuseppe Momo in 1932. The staircase has two parts, a double helix, and is of shallow incline, being a stepped ramp rather than a true staircase. It encircles the outer wall of a stairwell about 15 meters, 49 feet, wide and with a clear space at the center. The balustrade around the ramp is of ornately worked metal. If you have the chance to visit Rome, don't forget to visit the museum on the last Sunday of each month, when the Vatican Museum is open to the public for free. It is popular and common for people to wait in line for many hours. The other days of the week tickets are available online or in person.